One purchase that was definitely my worst purchase of last year. Sorry, I could not walk out the store without getting these. I pulled the car back around, drove in and ran to the store. I was like, I'm not leaving without it. And I'm so glad I went back for it. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the channel if you've just stumbled across this video. So I actually did this type of video, which is my best and my worst luxury purchases, kind of going over the full year last year. So I did it reviewing 2023. I am now here reviewing last year, which is 2024, and it feels like last year went so fast, and I feel like that is always something people say, like, God, how fast has this year gone? But last year really did just like whiz by for me, and it's been good to kind of just sit back, reflect on it, and actually look back at the purchases that I made. So last year was such a big year for me in terms of life events. I got married, we did a lot of traveling, we did a few renovations with the house, so a lot of my money went elsewhere last year. So I wasn't really purchasing as many luxury designer items. But that being said, I feel like I have been a lot more mindful when it comes to indulging and purchasing into luxury as well. And I feel like as time has gone on, my style and my taste has evolved with that as well, and the brands that I also buy into, and also the actual items I now gravitate and love and use. So obviously all of this is going to be my personal style and my opinions. You guys might not have the same, but this is just what I have found and what I've purchased and what I've loved or maybe regretted. So I'm going to go through it hopefully by timeline. I can't remember exactly which came first or which was like my last purchase. All being said, I'm very grateful for the luxury of being able to buy these items as well, and all of this money is my own and earned and spent on these items for myself. So I'm going to get straight into it. We're just going to get down to it and spill the tea of what is my best and what is my worst purchases of last year. Okay, so going back to the start of last year, this was around February time. We went to Paris. We had a trip to Disneyland and then we extended it in Paris, and I did a little bit of shopping in Paris. And it is a really good tip if you do live in the UK, if you want to indulge in luxury purchases, it's always great to go to the European cities because obviously you can get your tax back. So I did make two purchases whilst I was there, one of them being this YSL belt, and this was actually on my wish list. So I was watching back my wish list and my best and worst purchase video from last year. I will link it for you, and this was one of the items that I wanted to get. It's got this croc effect with the actual leather, and then the beautiful gold and black YSL buckle, if it focuses. There we go. I have definitely got my use out of this belt, and it is an item that will forever be loved and worn in my wardrobe. I feel like sometimes when it does come to these smaller luxury accessories, they can be a little bit trend-led, but for this, it is so timeless. I love the texture of the croc detailing with the leather as well, and it just brings an outfit together. If you just want to wear some simple staples, be it a jumper, jeans, t-shirt, jeans, blazer, this just ties it in together. It just elevates your outfit. So I definitely loved and worn this, and it wasn't too much of a high price point. So I do always think little accessories like this really do help to elevate and obviously accessorize your outfit, and it's nice to add a little bit of luxury. So I wasn't sure if to add this to my worst, but I feel like it's definitely not my worst, and I do wear it and use it. I just don't know if I love it as much as I do my other bags. So I'm going to share this, and maybe I just haven't worn it as much as I thought I would wear it, and it is this YSL bag. So I did actually purchase this the same time as I purchased the belt, and it is a soft leather, as you can see, and it's got the beautiful grain going through it, and it's just very simple, just with the logo here. The way it closes is just it hooks in. The only thing about this bag is I love the size of it. It's just one of those, it just opens up. It's so easy to like fit everything in here, and it's kind of that bag that I love to travel with, or if I have got like a long day in London, I can just put everything in here. So it fits my laptop, it just fits everything. It's an easy shoving bag. The only thing I don't like about this, and probably I can get something maybe off Amazon to help put sections in here. It's so big and I just don't really have any pockets. It has a tiny little zip here that I can put like my lipsticks and stuff in. But I just find with this bag, because it's so flopsy and it doesn't have structure to it, I don't like the fact that when it's just sat, it just doesn't have any structure. And I think it's because I'm so used to having handbags that have a real kind of like boxy shape to them, and this is a little bit different. So the only thing with this, obviously it doesn't have a double strap, it's just this strap, so it's just over your shoulder. You can't wear it really as a handbag. I mean, you can have it on your arm if you wish, but it's more of just like a put it over your shoulder and go. But you probably haven't seen me style this as much within my outfits. And I also don't like the clasp of it, how it doesn't feel as safe, and it is quite fiddly to get it in. So there's just something about this that irks me, but yeah, I still do wear it. So it's not my worst, but it's not my favourite bag. Then next on the list, this was actually a really good buy for me because I was looking for a pair of wedding heels, and actual heels that I wanted to wear on my wedding day. I have my Jimmy Choos, they're beautiful, they're very bridal. However, I knew that they weren't going to be my wedding shoe because it was just going to be too much with my dress, and they aren't the most comfy shoe. So I went into Harrods, and for somewhat reason there was 20% off on the day on this brand, and I think this was literally days before I flew for my wedding, so I really left it last minute. I managed to get the Amina Muaddi heels. The reason I went for these, as you can see, they have a real good sturdy base here. My wedding was in Italy, so a lot of the wedding was across grass, and I knew I needed like a thick, not a wedge, but like a thicker heel so I wouldn't sink, and I didn't want anything that was too big, so I wanted it to be quite comfortable, and I just loved the shape of these. I thought beautiful. And the reason I went for these as well is because I wanted to be able to wear them after the wedding. I really didn't want them to be super bridal, so these would also be great with just like jeans, dressing them up in the evening, especially in the summer with white dresses. So I thought these would be a lot more versatile, and I managed to save 20% off on them. I did also manage to save on this bag because there was an offer. I believe I got this off My Teresa. I will leave it down below, I'll leave the price of it as well, but it was a really good save-in. And I got the little self-portrait capri mini bag. So it's the black one, as you can see, with the gorgeous gold hardware bow. This is so me. This is literally me in a bag. And I wanted an evening bag that I could wear, which was black, which would obviously go with a lot of like mini black dresses, if I've got black tie events, weddings, and I have actually worn this a lot this year. And this was great just to kind of go for. I love the fact it's got the good handle, and you can actually fit a lot in here than you think. So I can actually fit my phone, my little purse, my lipsticks and whatever if I've got an event, and it just does the job. So as you guys may know, if you've been following me for a while and you have watched my previous best and worst purchases kind of roundups, I shop a lot at Vista Village. So it is a designer outlet here in the UK, and I always manage to find some good pieces there. Albeit sometimes I go and it's just not a successful trip, and that's just how it goes. The cookie crumbles with like an outlet, it depends on the stock on the day. But when you do go and you find and fall upon these great purchases, it is such a good save-in. So I went, I believe this was actually, I'm not sure if this was before the wedding or after the wedding, but I remember finding this bag, and then I also found something else, and I went to pull off the car park, and I was like, no, I'm not leaving without this. I pulled the car back around, drove in, and ran to the store. I was like, I'm not leaving without it because I know I'll regret it. And I'm so glad I went back for it because I got this Loewe medium tote bag. There isn't actually a specific name for this bag, but it has got the canvas detailing, the beautiful anagram here on the front, and I love that it's got the mixture of leather with it as well, with the tan leather and two different types of handles. Whenever it comes to my bags, I always like to wear them different ways. So I love the fact it's got the top handle, which has got this braiding going through, which is just beautiful. It's just got so much detail to this bag, but it's still quite understated, which I love. And then also has the longer strap, so you can wear it over the shoulder. So this was in at the store and I couldn't believe it because this was actually still online at full price and it was in the new stock and the season. So I managed to find this. They had the small size, I believe they even have mini and the medium, and there was a lady eyeing this up and I tried it on and she was like, you need this bag, it really suits you. And I was like, thank you, I really want it. So I'm so glad I went back for it and I got such a good saving on it. So it's always great to go to Bicester and have a little mooch, have a little shop and see what you can find, because when you land something like this you really do save, and in the girl math it always adds up. So I'm very glad I got this, and I thought it would definitely be more of a summer bag given the style of it and the colours. But I have to say, I've actually worn it throughout the seasons. I've worn it in autumn, I've worn it travelling in the winter when I've gone to Spain to see my parents, and it's a really good size. So inside it does have a few different kind of like pocket compartments here. It's got the beautiful tan leather inside. I can fit my laptop in here, I can fit everything, and it does also have a tie here so you can have it a little bit more secure. So I also use this when I'm traveling. It's just a really nice size for that as well. The reason it doesn't really get dirty, which I absolutely love. So this was one of my favorite purchases of last year. So from Loewe, I got this beautiful chocolate silk shirt. So every time I've gone into the Loewe store in Bicester, they've had a similar kind of shirt to this. And I believe this was actually on my wish list last year, or it may not have been in the video, but it definitely was on my wish list. I wanted this shirt in the cream colour. It was sold out with most retailers where it was stocked. I just couldn't find it. So I went into the store, obviously I saw the bag, and then this shirt was there, staring me in the face. It's got the beautiful anagram here on the pocket, and it's just so simplistic. Also has the lovely gold buttons here on the cuff. If you can see, it's kind of this knot detail, and then on the other side it has the Loewe branding. So the gold detail mixed with the chocolate I think is just so lovely. So when I wear this I kind of ruche the sleeves up, and I have been wearing it and I feel like I should probably wear it a little bit more. It would look great just laid over a bikini. I've worn it in the autumn time just with jeans and laid it with a blazer over the top. But this is a forever staple in my wardrobe. Some other purchases I actually made at Bicester was some jumpers that I landed in Ralph Lauren. I love Ralph Lauren. I feel like it's definitely a brand I've been buying into, loving. I love the aesthetic of it. I love the heritage of it. I just think it's so timeless. And these two jumpers, I think some of them are actually at the dry cleaners, so I'm going to put them on the screen for you because I really do wear them a lot. Then these I also got from Ralph Lauren, and I managed to get these in the sale. So I am going to put it on the screen, but I believe these were originally £600, something around that bracket. I managed to get them, I think it was for £60 or £90. Sorry, I could not walk out the store without getting these. They're so classic, the leopard print, they're so beautiful. I have actually loved styling these up. I wore them in Paris with my Lily Silk chocolate brown silk trousers, and it works so well. And I just think leopard print always comes and goes, but it's definitely in at the minute, and I know these will forever be my wardrobe. So this was my first Hermes purchase, and I have to say, I heard obviously a lot of stories that you go into the store and they can be quite standoffish or they just don't really want to serve you. I went into the store and the lady was the sweetest. She was so helpful, and I went in, I literally knew exactly what I wanted, and I managed to get it. So she pulled it out the back for me, and I got this beautiful belt. So it's got the Hermes, obviously, a logo here. The reason I love this so much is because it's the tan side here with a beautiful grain leather and the stitching, and then this is a reversible belt, so it's a 2-in-1, which is just genius. So you can have the buckle. This is actually sold separately to the belt, by the way, so if you have this buckle and you want to get different color belts, you can also do that. And then on this side it's the black, so this doesn't necessarily have the contrast stitching. It is all black and it's just super easy to slot in, and you have a 2-in-1, which is just so worth the money. I have worn this so much already. I've definitely worn the cost per wear of it, so I absolutely love this. I love that I went for the slimmer size of it as well, so you can get different sizes with this belt. Really love it. It elevates your outfits. So I usually have just a real kind of simple classic outfit, put this with it, and it really does just lift it, elevate it, and it's that nice touch of mixing luxury with high street. So another purchase I made in Paris, and this was also ticking off something that was on my wish list last year. However, it's a different brand. So I did want the Louis Vuitton BB toiletry bag. Instead, I got the Celine one, and I actually much prefer it, and it was cheaper. So I actually purchased this in Paris. Again, they were super helpful. I did go in the Louis Vuitton store. They weren't actually as helpful. I went into the Celine, and I just loved the monogram print of the Celine going through this, kind of the richer colours. And it is very much similar style. So you've got the top handle, it's same boxy shape, and you can see how much I fit in this. I travelled a lot last year, and I really did use this towards the back end. So all of my toiletries are in here. It is quite weighty because I have everything in, but I love that I can just pile it all in here. There's a pocket at the back which I kind of put like my gua sha, my retainer cleaners, and then it comes with this cute little mirror as well. And it was cheaper than the Louis Vuitton, so that was a win. And if you're looking for a toiletry bag, I couldn't recommend this one enough. The downside to this is because it's so boxy, it is harder to pack. It really does take up a space, whereas I know obviously with some toiletry bags are a little bit softer, whereas this is very much taking up a lot of space in the suitcase. But your girl needs her toiletries. For my birthday last year, this isn't necessarily a luxury bag, yet it falls in that bracket of like mid-luxury. So if you're not wanting to spend a lot on a bag, but you want a really good quality bag that's going to last you, I couldn't recommend Demilier enough. I have so many of their bags. I have this in the black, I have the bigger size in the kind of taupe colour, and then I got the beautiful burgundy. So I treated myself to this for my birthday, and what I love about this is I also got it personalised. So it comes with a longer strap. Here we go. You can get it monogrammed, so you can personalise the bags. So I got my new initials, which I thought was quite nice, and a signature touch given I got married last year and I bought the bag on my birthday soon after. So I'm really happy I got this for myself, because the burgundy is such a rich, lovely tone that matches with actually a lot in my wardrobe. I love the fact it comes with the longer strap, the shorter strap. I wear these bags so much. You'll see me styling them a lot over on my socials. Along with Demilier, I also got the Pelen bag. This is the best seller for Pelen, and I know why. I don't know why I didn't have it in my wardrobe before. It is such a handy bag to fit everything in. I went for the classic tan colour. Again, it comes with a longer strap, it comes with a shorter strap. You can have it come out, so you can change the shape of it. You just easily adjust it, which I think is great. You can have it a little bit bigger, and then you just simply bring it in. I thought this was such a genius idea. And then inside, it also comes with a pouch. So I absolutely love this. I fit everything in. I love the fact that it's a little bit more boxy. It does stand up when you have it down. It has this simple Pelen logo here. The style, the contrast stitching on this is just beautiful. I couldn't recommend this bag enough. If you are a work girly going into the office every day, this is the bag that you need. A lot of these purchases, as you can tell, I've been very happy with, and I haven't really put it into a worst category. But there's one purchase that was definitely my worst purchase of last year, and I haven't really worn, and it was these sunnies. So I did make a mistake with these. These are the Miu Miu sunnies. I loved the style of them, but I wanted them with the darker shades, and these came with this kind of gold metallic shade. I love the shape at the side. I love the little detail here of the Miu Miu. These are very similar to my Celine ones, which I wear all the time, and I thought these would be great, but I just don't like the colour of them. I don't know, there's just something off about them, and I basically missed the time to return them. I just haven't really worn them, so I may sell these. So I would say these were probably my worst purchase. They weren't very high in terms of the spend on them, but it was just a mistake I made with not checking the shade of the colour of the lens. Yeah, I did buy another pair of Miu Miu glasses. These are very viral and they are a little bit more of a trend-led piece, but I do think they just bring an outfit together, and I have worn them a lot. They're very similar shape. They've got the Miu Miu here on the side, the little gold detail, tortoise shell, but I just thought these are so cool and I've actually been wearing them a lot. You'll see these in a lot of my videos, me wearing them a lot in my vlogs, and you can obviously put whatever you want into these if you have prescription, if you want the blue light lens, and they just help when I'm obviously on my laptop, on my phone a lot. But I just thought these are really chic and really cute and I love them. Then lastly, at the back end of last year, I believe I got these in December as my little Christmas treat for myself. My Loro Piana Summer Walk loafers. These I absolutely love. Again, they were on my wish list, probably not from at the beginning of last year, but they started to become on my wish list towards the end. And I went into Harrods and I managed to bag this beautiful suede chocolate colour. So I have spoke about the story behind these. I will put the vlog up on the screen and I'll link it down below, because there was a little bit of a backstory of the service around these. You do have to go down half a size in these though, so if you are looking at getting them, I recommend downsizing. The comfiest shoes I've ever owned, and I can hands down say that. They are like walking on clouds. Obviously they have the rubber bottom to them, they adapt to the heat of your feet, and they're just a shoe that I can wear throughout all of the seasons again. I've travelled in these, which is great because I don't really feel like I'm a trainer girl, and there was always that kind of lack of like, well, if I'm not wearing a trainer, I'm not wearing a boot, what can I wear that's comfy on my feet that looks great as well with like tailored trousers? And these are perfect for it. So I would definitely be looking at getting a few more Loro Piana loafers like this year, because I know it's filled a gap of what I needed in my wardrobe. Love the colour of these, and hopefully I can look at maybe getting a lighter shade. So that is pretty much everything. I may have missed an item here or there, but these are the items that stood out to me that I purchased last year, and I have to say I pretty much loved them all, apart from obviously the sunglasses, which was definitely my worst, and the YSL bag, which I'm kind of toying with if I'm really going to wear it as much as I should. So that's kind of on the spectrum, which is a good indicator that when I am purchasing these items, obviously a little bit more thought out and being mindful, and they are items that I'm really gravitating towards and getting my cost per wear. So hopefully you enjoyed watching this part of the video, and I thought, as per last year, I will also share my wish list for this year. One of them is a very special item I would love, which is a Hermes bag. So I am toying with which style to get, if I want the Kelly or the Birkin. I'm also toying with the size. So I definitely, for my first one, want to go classic. Now I know when it comes to Hermes, it's not as easy as walking in the store and purchasing a bag. It is also a very high price point. So I have been saving for this, and I have been wanting it for a while. So I'm really hoping that this year it can come about, wish will be granted, and I can get the bag that I want. So I have been doing a lot of research and also looking into getting it secondhand. There's a lot of websites that you can get these bags secondhand, so that is also an option. But I just feel like for my first, I really want that experience of being able to go to the store, get my wish granted, get that email in my inbox, and hopefully be able to get one of these bags. Another item I have loved and always wanted is this watch. I had this on my wish list last year. Again, it's a very high end point, and the fact I've had a lot going on with my life, with renovations, wedding, it wasn't something last year that I could easily go and purchase. So I would love this watch if it was ever going to come about. So we can hope and dream this year that it may happen. Another item I would definitely look at purchasing this year would be another pair of Loro Piana loafers. I love the ones I got last year, and I know I definitely want to get a few different colours. Again, I also love my Chanel ballet flats that I think I would like to also purchase a different colourway in them, because they are so worn. I wear them with tailored trousers a lot, I wear them with dresses. I love them, and I feel like I'm kind of overusing my classic cream and black ones that I would love to also get another colourway in those. Then a bag that I actually had on my wish list last year, I did go and try on this year, and I was so close to getting it. I kind of regret not getting it. is the Totem Tea Lock bag. So it comes in the medium and the small size. And when I went to go try it on, I was waiting for this colourway to come out and they had just launched it. I went into store and it's this beautiful camel colour. And I feel like I don't really have a bag that is this colour in my wardrobe. I love the soft, effortless feel of this bag and just how minimal the Tea Lock sign is on it as well. So I was just undecided of which size to get. I felt like the medium was maybe a little bit too big when I wore it crossbody, but then was the small not going to fit everything that I needed in. However, when I did go in the store, I did manage to fit like my camera and my phone and a few little bits in the small. So I think that is a bag that I might just take the plunge and go for it, because it's not too high end in terms of the price point compared to other bags like a Hermes bag, and I feel like it's something I wanted last year. I actually went and tried it in store and I'm still thinking about it, so I clearly do want the bag. So that is also definitely on my wish list. So there are a few other items on my wish list. My camera is flashing at me that it is about to time out, which is probably a sign that I've been chatting to you guys for far too long. So hopefully you've made it to the end of this video. You've enjoyed seeing what I purchased last year, my reviews, and also kind of rating my best and worst purchases. And fingers crossed we can hopefully look at getting some of these items on the wish list as well. Again, these are all my personal own opinions. You guys may have different opinions. This is just my style and what I have found and my feedback from purchasing these items. So hopefully you found this insightful. I will definitely come back mid-year, do a review, and of course we will do a full review at the end of next year as well, which is always exciting to look back and see what actually has been added to my wardrobe and what's added value as well. So I'd love to hear back from you guys, and I'll see you guys in the next video.